Okay, let's talk about your tabbing system within PowerPoint and how we have this template set up so it makes it easier for you to create content on here and to expedite your presentation build. Okay, so starting from here on the slide itself, I'm just right here in the slide sorter view, and I'm just gonna pick one of these slides so I can explain it to you real quick as far as like the tabbing system. So let's pick this number 18 slide here, and let's just go to our regular one, and you're gonna see that it has tab level 1 headline, level 2 standard bullet, level 3 sub bullet point. Okay, so a sub bullet copy, and then level 4 body headline for copy, and then level 5 subhead for body copy on there. And then we have like level 6, 7, 8, 9. So the master file and how this is set up in a tabbing system, and we have it created like that. So it just makes it easier for you to quickly get through your slides. So I'm going to show you kind of how this works, and then you can use it for yourself to quickly move through slides and get it done fast. So what I did is I just created an empty slide here, and that was from basically just hitting Control M. When I was on this slide, and I just moved it in here so I can start to build text with a single content box or a text box. So whether you add a text box to this or you add a content box yourself, the tabbing system is in place inside the master file, inside this theme, so it'll automatically be there for you if you like. So let's just kind of type some things in here. Let's go big point 1, and then we're gonna have a sub point or sub point, and then another sub point, and then a big point 2, then a sub point, maybe you're having making 2 points. Maybe you can say, okay, I'm actually gonna have 3 points with this one, and then I'm gonna have a big point 3, and you can see the text is starting to like roll off of inside this text box here, or this content box, and we have this purposely set up that way for you to start to realize either you need to do something with your content on your slides, or we need to start to break this up somehow. Okay, so if I do this sub point here and I do another sub point, you can see it's just kind of going outside the content box, and I'm going to talk to you about that briefly. So let's come back up here to big point number 1 here. If I just go in the front, if I can either highlight this or put the cursor at the beginning of this this text, and I put it at the beginning of the text so I can show you, I'm just going to hit the tab button. You're going to see, okay, wow, it takes it to that sub point. So you remember that sub point that we talked about, level 2 standard bullet? It took it to that. If I'm at the beginning of this again, and I hit the tab, it's going to take it to that next level, that sub level 3, and then 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 is a big statement, right? And then 9. Okay, and you get to here, you hit tab, you're like, it doesn't go anywhere anymore. What do I do if I want to go backwards? If you want to go backwards, you just have to hold the shift button down and then hit your tab, and it'll start to go backwards, as you can see from here, right? So I'm back down to there. Now, I want to go ahead and make this quicker, so I'm just going to go ahead and highlight both of these sub points, hit the tab, and it automatically moves it to my second level. I can do the same thing with here, just hit tab, and whoops, I missed this one, so I just move it in front, hit tab on that one. Wow, quick. Right? Very, very fast for me to move through this. Now, I can do a couple things here. If I'm like, hey, look, I want this to kind of fit into one container right here, just like it is. You can just kind of right here, select the container, right? And you can go up, you're like, all right, hey, I don't need these to be 24 font, and I don't need this to be 16, because that's pretty big on a slide. Maybe I want it to be something a little bit different. Maybe I want it to be smaller. So I just select the whole container, and I just come up here, and I can either increase or I can decrease. So I can decrease it. No, it's almost fitting. Right? So I'm like, well, maybe that's going to be something I need to fix. Well, let's just take it back to its regular. It's what it has in the master file, and I can say, okay, I'm going to maybe change this around a little bit, and I'm going to change the layout of this. I want to maybe either right, make 2 boxes here, or I want to take this big point and I'm going to move it to another slide. So if I want to change the layout, I just come up here to layout. Right? I go, all right, I'm going to select a custom layout, which is number 1, which is going to be that 2 has 2 boxes in here. This one has 3 and this one has 4, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just put another box in there. I'm going to, oops, just let me close this design ideas down here. I'm going to grab this big point 3, from big point 3 to the sub point. I'm going to hit Control X. I'm going to come up here and hit Control V to add it into there. And then if I want to, I can have another point because I knew I was going to have 4. And I'm going to put a couple more sub points in here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and fix these with my tabbing system. I just tab and it automatically moves there. So you can do a couple things here as far as with this. You can move it around like this, but you can also put this to another slide as well. So that's your tabbing system. It's really fast. It's really easy for you to make changes to. And remember, if you don't want this font, you're like, hey, but can I change the font, or do I need to have it this font in the tabs? Do I have to use the tabs? No, you can highlight your text. You can come up here and make it bigger, make it smaller, do whatever you like on that side of it, or you can come back here and just hit the tabs and it'll move through what you need. Okay, so that's the easy way to move through the tabbing system. Use it when you're building a presentation because it's going to make it faster and quicker for you to expedite your presentation build and makes it easier for you to work through your presentation.